5 different categories of award that we recognize, but this really touches my heart and soul because I grew up in supply chain industry, and the supply chain industry, as we know from the past several decades, the leadership was always did not have the gender parity that we really wanted to see. And we have seen some amazing accomplishment in this field for the women leadership in supply chain. And it truly are those individuals demonstrating outstanding leadership, championing diversity and inclusion, and still driving the business forward with innovations, with cost, quality, and other value propositions. So it is my privilege to introduce Grace. Grace Sosic is a department chair, a colleague of mine and friend. Grace, please announce today's Women Leaders Excellence in Supply Chain.
Yes, hi, thank you, Nick. So like this type of award is always one that I have mixed feelings about, because it's great to acknowledge women who are doing such a great job. At the same time, I'm hoping that we can stop giving these awards soon, because there will be enough women so that we will not need to actually emphasize how successful they are in this industry. So we have two great women who we want to acknowledge today. The first one is, I believe she will not be present. I think she taped her acceptance. So Patti Daniels, who has been a supply chain leader for over 35 years, and she's been doing work in planning and forecasting, logistic procurement, inventory management, and operations. And for the last almost 20 years, she's been with Ito and North America since the company was incorporated. And for those of you who don't know, this is like a Japanese company that is doing great work with some green teas and implementing a lot of innovation in the area. And it's also very kind of trying to grow tea in a sustainable way, kind of doing a great job in collaboration with their growers. So prior to joining the company, Patti has done work in different roles in retail and e-commerce. And as I said, I believe that she has some taped acceptance speech ready. So can you please?
Yep. Disha?
I am very honored and humbled to be receiving this award. I'd like to thank Nick Vyas and the USC Marshall Center for Global Supply Chain Management for this recognition. I'd also like to thank Yosuke Hanjo, CEO and President of Ito in North America, for his trust and support over the years, and for introducing me to USC Marshall and its state-of-the-art research center. I am very grateful to be acknowledged by such a group of distinguished industry leaders. I have spent the last 19 years at Itoen, a global leader of green tea and healthy beverages, developing their global supply chain from its start in North America to the company it is today. I am proud to be working for an organization that provides opportunity for anyone, regardless of their background, that embraces the core values of integrity, hard work, and trust. These have been the foundation of Itoen since its establishment in 1966 in Japan. As a recipient of this Women's Leadership Award, it also gives me great pride to be able to share this prestigious honor with so many talented women in the industry. I hope this will be an inspiration for all women to help lead the way in this important segment of business, global supply chain management. Thank you again, and fight on.
Very good. Go ahead, Grace.
And we have another great woman who we want to recognize today. So our second recipient is Shaheen Dayal. I'm hoping I'm not butchering your name too much. And her title is, I have to read it so that I don't kind of miss something, Vice President of Global Supply Chain and Director of App Technology Sourcing at Intel. So quite a mouthful of a title, but again, like a great role in like STEM company, kind of being a graduate from a math department and one of only few women, I know how tough it might be to kind of have your position, not just in supply chain, but in an industry which seems to be much more male oriented. So Shaheen has been, excuse me, Shaheen has been managing Intel's global fabrication, applying capital equipment and materials for technology development and high volume manufacturing. She's been responsible for assessing and shaping equipment and materials ecosystems through strategic sourcing, investment, collaboration, and engagement with different regulatory agencies. And so I don't want to take much more of her time. I want to give her a chance to say something. So Shaheen.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Grace. Thank you to the USC's Marshall Center of Global Supply Chain Management. I am truly honored and happy to receive this award, to be recognized in supply chain field. Like Grace mentioned, I have a technical background. Supply chain is what I've gotten into, and I've learned and enjoyed this field. As an engineer by discipline and then getting into supply chain, there is so much to learn. And I'm fortunate to be part of Intel Corporation, where supply chain is valued. Our global supply chain reports directly to our CEO. We see the value that supply chain brings. And now in this COVID world, you've seen how supply chain has really been tested, and it is what is keeping our economy and our businesses and world going. What most speaks to me in this award is the diversity and inclusion piece of it. Like Grace, I hope that we won't need to have these awards, but one of the things that being recognized for is promoting diversity and inclusion in the supply chain. So I'm fortunate to be part of a company like Intel that's a leader in diversity and inclusion space. But I feel that my position as Vice President of the capital supply chain, I have a platform that I can use not only to promote diversity and inclusion at Intel, but in the industry, so that we do have an even playing field, and we get all of the best talent, because it's a business imperative for us to really have diversity and inclusion to do our best. So thank you very much. And
Shaheen, congratulations once again. And obviously there is an award here that I'm holding on your behalf, but if you design the chip that I can actually beam this up to you, I would have actually certainly done that. So hopefully in near future, you'll be able to accomplish that. But once again, congratulations. I just want to highlight our program. 5 years ago, we crossed the threshold of 50% plus female candidates in Masters of Science in Global Supply Chain Management. So we're very proud is that we have such a huge diverse population of brilliant students coming out of our program. Hopefully they become the future leaders of our industry in a much needed capacity. So thanks again and congratulations.
thank you very much.
Yeah, congratulations, Patti.